Happening today, the former Hartford police officer charged with shooting a man who was having a mental health crisis will be in court.
Today is the first time Joseph Magnano will appear before a judge since those charges were announced. Your reporter Anna Stansfield is live outside the courthouse with what we can expect when those proceedings get underway.
Well, today Magnano is facing a first-degree manslaughter charge, and since he was charged, he's been out on a $50,000 bond. The Inspector General calls the death of Stephen Jones unjustified. Magnano's attorney says he had no other choice. Watching the body camera footage, you see Magnano arrive at the scene where 3 officers had already spent several minutes trying to de-escalate. Jones was holding a knife, having a mental health crisis. About 30 seconds after Magnano got there, he shot Jones 9 times. Magnano has since been fired from the Hartford Police Department by the city's mayor, but his attorney says he did nothing wrong. He spoke with Channel 3 exclusively, telling us Magnano was following his use of force training and was trying to keep everyone safe.
Officers have tunnel vision when they're at a scene and someone's approaching them with a knife. Their eyes are fixated on that knife. The person is walking towards him. The video plainly demonstrates he's walking backwards. He's at a distinct disadvantage.
High-profile civil rights attorney Ben Crump has been representing the Jones family as he says race played a role in this shooting. Now today we will be inside the courtroom bringing you the very latest developments as they unfold. For now, though, I'm your reporter live in Hartford, Anna Stansfield, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.